Hey, how's it going everyone? Today I'm going to show you my solo master escape run on the Hive on Gears 5. So this definitely isn't easy to get done. It took me a while to figure out a strategy that actually worked by myself. I know a lot of you have told me that you struggled to get this done. So maybe it will help some of you out. I'm guessing if you play with a couple of other people you could use this strategy and it would help you get through it a little bit easier. Although I know a lot of people have actually got this done now compared to when I first posted my original master run on this map. Like I said, this was really tough to get done. I was actually coming really close to doing it with a good strategy, but then they changed Mac's cards so that he was a little bit weaker, which means I had to change things up a little bit, although they did add a card that allows Mac to take more damage in the Venom, like he's a little bit tougher. That combined with the extra 50% health card that Mac has really helps out on this run. I'll quickly mention the skills that I'm using to do this. I use those two cards, that's the 50% extra health and the 50% damage reduction whilst in the Venom. The Adrenaline Junkie card, which means I do 60% more damage whilst in the Venom. The Bloody Boltock, which is the bleeding damage with the Boltock. And the Boltock capacity, which means I can take more Boltock ammo. And I start out with double Boltock ammo. I start out with 24 shots as compared to 12, which is really useful. In this beginning area you can kind of have a few different elements of RNG that can come into play. You can either get a couple of rejects out the door here, or you can get some drones. Usually the drones are with a power swarm. They'll either have a grenadier, a marks a guy which is a hunter, or a sniper. The grenadier is probably the worst RNG, which is what I got right here at the beginning. The drones are pretty good RNG, because if you get drones you've only got 2 of them to deal with. If you get the Amargos there's 3 of them. I'm just doing my very best here to conserve Boltock ammo for the end, although I ended up using a little bit more than I would have liked to, although I still managed to get through it. This reject was on my case here, lurking about after me. Sometimes the rejects will wait for you to finish your execution before they actually swing for a melee, which is nice. He didn't on the first one, but he did on the second. So I managed to get those 3 guys killed, and that gives me a Snatcher and a couple of hammer bursts, so I can save some Boltock ammo for this next encounter around this corner. Usually I'd just go straight left there, but there's a supply room behind these guys that I want to loot and get the ammo boxes out of. So the Venom had come out of the safe room and caught up with me a little bit here, so I can do that extra bit of damage, hitting these guys with 1 active Boltock shot and then a few hammer burst bullets to get them killed. I think there's a sniper here, maybe a hunter. Either way, let's get these guys killed first. He's only just spotted me. Yeah, it's a hunter. The hunters are kind of weird, and sometimes they just run straight towards you, but I think what they're trying to do is just get some cover. They try to just run into a safe place and then shoot you from an out of sight area. But sometimes they just tend to run straight at you, which is annoying, because if you're in cover trying to protect yourself from, say, some normal drones, and the hunter runs at you, he can just quickly melee you as he runs past, which can be very frustrating, although sometimes it just opens them up for an easy kill. They just run at you and you can do that whole triple melee execution. So in here we got 2 ammo boxes. There's also some flashbangs in there, but I'm not going to take those. We also had a cog tag in that room as well. So this is taking me a little while to get done. If you don't get those 3 enemies that I took out first in that area, you can get through this bit a little bit quicker. So this kind of just means that I'm stuck in the Venom a little bit more than I'd like to. It's a little bit slower than I actually want to do, but it's kind of just down to RNG what you get in these areas. Sometimes there's nothing, sometimes it's just rejects, and sometimes you get the 2 sets of drone enemies with a power swarm as well. So up here we got 4 Imargos and a sniper. I'm just trying to get close so that I can try and execute one of them and make this a little bit quicker for me. The Venom's already in this area, so I know I can take a little bit more damage. I'm going to try and execute this guy and then run for some cover to take another one out. The sniper starts coming towards me here, and they kind of do the same thing as the hunters, although they're a little less likely to come and melee you, I feel. The hunters will try and run directly in your face and melee you sometimes, whereas the snipers just tend to sit in the back and try and pick you off, because it's a single sniper shot that will kill you. I moved up here, took out a couple of these Amargos. This is the last one. He got triple melee executioned. Some of you have been asking me how you do that. I know a lot of you know how to do it now. I did explain it in one of my other videos, but in case you missed it, you just want to melee him twice like you normally would, and when the second melee connects, you want to press melee a third time, but hold the button on that third press, and then that'll open him up for an execution, and you'll need to press melee again. So 4 presses in total, and the third one you have to hold the button. If you practice it a little bit on the lower difficulties, it's actually pretty easy to do. It's kind of glitchy though. Sometimes you'll do it and it won't work properly. I think it's got something to do with going around cover quickly and doing it. And you'll see if you do it on a drone or something, it'll like transport itself to the right and it won't let you do the execution. It's sort of weird, like they glitch. I think that kind of needs to be fixed. There's a few things that need to be fixed with escape, in my opinion. Sometimes you'll be meleeing an enemy and they straight up just won't get stunned from it. The only enemies that shouldn't get stunned from a melee are the Grenadier Elites and the Sniper Elites. Those guys don't get stunned from the melees. Anyway, searching all these supply rooms, we've got the boom shot, a bunch of ammo boxes. There's 5 ammo boxes, and we want to get the frag grenade first and then the explosive ammo case. And I'm going to try and hit this guy with an active snipe shot, get rid of him, and then I'm going to try and take out the sniper that's coming towards me. I need to hit him with 3 shots. Cost me 4 shots. Hitting my active at the right moment before I enter this room allows me to take one out with the Boltok and then have the next active lined up to take out another enemy with an active reload. Yeah, I kind of have to be in the Venom to do that. If I'm not in the Venom, I won't be able to one-shot these guys with an active reload. Kind of felt like that was on his head, but I guess someone shot me and I flinched and my shot went into the sky, but what are you going to do? So I was trying to take out that sniper there with 2 shots, but I think the second bullet I fired hit the drone in the back, so the sniper ended up living. Take him out with a snipe shot. Getting snipers in this room is pretty good RNG, although you kind of want them to be towards the back so you can snag their sniper ammo. Sometimes you won't even get a sniper up until this point. Maybe you'll have a mark, so maybe you'll get really unlucky and just have Grenadiers all the way through, which means you're going to have to get through this room with just your Boltok, and that's kind of tough when you're trying to conserve the Boltok ammo. Yeah, I wanted to get that sniper ammo, but the Ice Scion's right there. I killed all the drones. I don't have to deal with the Ice Scion. He's really slow, he hasn't got a lot of range with that cryo cannon, so I can just run to the safe room. And that's the first bit done. That part's kind of easy, providing you get a sniper. The next couple of bits are where it starts to get tricky, particularly the last room. The last room is really hard to get through, just because you've got those 2 Scions walking you down, and they are a headache. I got the 2 grenades here. I'm going to grab the 2 ammo boxes in this room.
Okay, I can see your signal. You're close to the surface. I'll meet you outside.
Drop the grenades right here, and then pick up this shot grenade. And I'm going to leave the shot grenade by the door and use the grenades first to kill or do damage to whatever's through this door. You'll either get a group of juvies, a Scion, or a group of Grenadiers, and any of those 3 can come with either a Sire, a Popper, or a Grenadier Elite. It's kind of a group of enemies and then like a power enemy as well, and it can mix and match and be any of those 3 different types of combinations. So I use the grenades there, and then I'm trying to pick off the enemies that got damaged from that. That should kill 2 of them, and I'm going to grab this shock and chuck it in and try and do some damage, just to make use of everything that the game's giving me. That shock is always in the supply room. When we go into it, taking out these 2 guys, and then we've got 2 more to deal with. This guy's walking into my shock. I just wanted to back up here and get a little bit of cover, because I was a bit hurt. There's the Grenadier Elite. He gets mantle kicked by his mate, which is kind of funny. Got to enjoy those little moments in these stressful runs. He helped me out a little bit. Thanks for the friendly fire, mate. Appreciate it. And I meleeed the last guy to save a few Boltok bullets. So I haven't actually got a lot of ammo here. You can get to this point with around 35 to 40 Boltok bullets, and I think 6 or 7 snipe bullets if you have a really good run. So I was definitely lacking in the ammo department, but it doesn't matter. So usually I'd go right in this area, and go into the incinerator type room with the snipers and the drones. But if you do that at the end, the sire's going to come behind you. If you go this way, you can kind of kill the sire early, but you have to deal with these grenadier elites. So what I'm trying to do with the snipe is get the helmets off those elites, because those guys are super tough. And I'm going to throw away the sniper in a minute and pick up a hammer burst anyway. Like I said, I only had a few sniper bullets. I would usually just spam out my sniper ammo at this point and do as much damage to these guys as I could. But having to use my Boltok. Again, I tried to hit the one Grenadier Elite there and ended up hitting the one in the back. So I ended up using more Boltok bullets than I wanted to on these guys, but what can you do? So they're both dead. I've just got the drones to deal with. 15 bullets in the Boltok left. No snipe ammo. 2 shots to the head in the Venom will get these guys killed. Or 1 shot to the head and 1 to the body will also do it. There is fall off damage in this game though, so if you're further away you're going to do less damage. And I wanted to melee this last guy out, just to save some ammo. He's done. So you have 3 Hammer Burst guys and 2 Grenadier Elites in that area. Sometimes some of them can just stay back, which is annoying. They don't come over this way, but all of them came over, which was nice. The Warden's going to spawn up in a minute, but we want to come to this cover right here. And that's going to make the Sire come towards us. We're just kind of going to wait for him. Should take about 4 or 5 bullets to the face to kill the Sire. I've got the Hammer Burst as well if I need to finish him off. I've only got 11 shots left in the Boltok, so I really want to hit my shots. Hitting him in the face isn't easy. There we go, he's dead. And sometimes you've got to back up from the Warden in that area and run around him and the Sire and deal with the Sire in this area, but he spawned up at the back there, which does happen sometimes. Sometimes he also spawns behind you, which is weird. I'm guessing he comes all the way around through the other room, but he came that way this time. I think it's got something to do with where you stand, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm trying to grab the ammo up here. I wanted to flash the Warden, but it didn't work. I guess I missed him. Managed to get a swift wall bounce around him and just head for the door and lock him in. Right here I need to be careful of anything that's coming behind me, but also anything that's through this door. Try and deal with that as fast as I can. I think if you throw flashbangs, it alerts the guys in the other room and they can come behind you. So I try my best not to throw a flashbang until I'm trapping the Warden, and that'll work out so that they won't get behind you as quick if they are going to come behind you. But I don't think anything came behind me on this run, which was nice. So 15 bullets left in the Boltok, I think. Can't quite see clearly in my editing software, but never mind, it's around there somewhere. 15, 16. 1 Boltok shot on the Imago usually kills them, but just to be safe I use the Hammer Burst to finish him off. Then we got this drone hanging about. I missed that second shot, so I just used the Hammer Burst to get him killed. And once you've cleared everything out of that little area, you want to come sit over here and try and lure everything as close to you as you possibly can. The 2 Scions are going to start coming out now. I only really sit here because the snipers can take you out so easily, and they are horrible to deal with. I've got this one Imago trying to get up in my face. When the Venom fills up the room with a switch in it, that's the one that I'm looking at right now, that's a good sign that we've got to go, because the doors are about to start closing. You'll hear that chick speaking over the PA system that for some reason the Swarm have. I guess it's because it's an old facility of some kind, right? So we're going to come to heal, and when I'm coming down this ramp, activate that shield and do my best just to keep that shield blocking those bullets. Throw out my flashes to stun as many of the juvies as I can, and then use that boom shot to take out as many of them juvies as possible. It's definitely not easy. I've got that drop shot shooting at me, and I'm going to use the Boltok to finish off whatever juvies are still coming through the door. A sniper and a Grenadier Elite made it out the door with me, and I'm really lucky that this sniper missed his shots, I guess because there's more distance between me and him. He missed, and now I'm doing my best just to get rid of this Grenadier. I mean, I can grab that cover and be patient with the sniper, but that Grenadier will just keep pushing on you. So just me and that sniper left. Quick mantle kick, shank him in the head, and we're done. Definitely a very difficult challenge. Some of you guys know I like to do these tough things over here on my channel. I don't know why I put myself through this torture, but I thought it would be fun and it would make for an interesting video. I'm not sure if anyone else has done this on this map. There's probably someone who's done it on a couple of the other maps that you can just run through a bit easier. But I really wanted to get this done. And I don't know, maybe you can use this strategy if you're trying to get this done with your friends. I know some of you have asked for help when it comes to beating the Hives 5 times. If you run through it like I just did with a couple of friends, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. That strategy's definitely solid. If you are playing as Mac and you bring a strong Keegan with you, that can really help you out a lot just because he has that ammo box and you can get a lot more Boltok ammo. That Boltok is Mac's greatest asset. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section if you can. I'll link around some of my other escape videos if you would like to check those out. I'll be doing my best to post the weekly hives for the challenge that's in the Tour of Duty if you're trying to get that done. I've also got the Descent and the Mines coming soon. I need to get those done so I can post videos of those for you all. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. And until next time, take it easy.